where things stand with 4 criminal investigations into Trump as former President Donald Trump pushes forward with his 2024 campaign. Incidents from before, during and after his term in office are under intense legal scrutiny, threatening to make Trump the first ex-president in American history to be charged with a crime. The Manhattan District Attorney's Office has invited Trump to testify before the grand jury investigating an alleged hush money payment to adult film star Stormy Daniels during the 2016 presidential campaign, a move that may suggest Trump could face an indictment in the case soon. In New York, the offer to testify often precedes an indictment. In recent weeks, a steady stream of former Trump employees and White House staffers have been seen entering the district attorney's offices, including Trump's former White House counselor and campaign manager Kellyanne Conway, former director of strategic communications Hope Hicks, and his former lawyer and fixer Michael Cohen. Cohen, who went to prison on federal charges related to the $130,000 payment to Daniels, has met repeatedly with prosecutors this year. More than a half dozen times since mid-January, Cohen is appearing before the grand jury Monday, according to 2 people familiar with the matter. In his memoir, Disloyal, Cohen described an intense effort in October 2016, just before the presidential election, to prevent the actress from speaking publicly about an alleged affair with Trump. Ultimately, Cohen wired the money through a newly created limited liability company, and both Cohen and Daniels have claimed she and Trump signed a non-disclosure agreement using the aliases David Dennison and Peggy Peterson. Trump has repeatedly denied allegations of wrongdoing in connection with the payment, and in recent days has lashed out the Manhattan investigation, led by DA Alvin Bragg, calling it a political witch hunt and an old and rebuked case, which has been rejected by every prosecutor's office. The Fulton County District Attorney's Office's investigation into Trump's conduct following the 2020 election began in February 2021, spurred by an infamous recorded January 2, 2021, phone call to Georgia's Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger, in which Trump pressed him to find 11,780 votes. The probe grew in size and scope over the next 2 years, ultimately leading to the creation of a special-purpose grand jury, tasked with investigating not only Trump, but alleged efforts of dozens of his allies to thwart Georgia's election, which President Joe Biden won. The special-purpose grand jury had subpoena power, but could not issue indictments. The panel of 23 Georgians interviewed 75 witnesses in 2022 and completed a report in January, which was provided to Fulton County DA Fani Willis, who has not said publicly if she plans to file charges in the case. In February, a judge ordered a small portion of the report to be made public. In the introduction, the grand jurors wrote that they rebuked a claim often made by Trump and his allies. "We find by a unanimous vote that no widespread fraud took place in the Georgia 2020 presidential election that could result in overturning the election," the report said. The report also said that a majority of the grand jury believes that perjury may have been committed by one or more witnesses testifying before it, and recommended that the district attorney seek appropriate indictments for crimes where the evidence is compelling. Lawyers close to several Republican witnesses in the probe are preparing to move to quash any possible indictments in the case, according to 2 people familiar with the matter. In Washington, D.C., a special counsel is reviewing Trump's handling of sensitive government documents found at his Mar-a-Lago home and possible obstruction of efforts to retrieve them. The special counsel, Jack Smith, was appointed in November to oversee the Justice Department's criminal investigations into Trump, including efforts to interfere with the lawful transfer of power following the 2020 presidential election and the certification of the Electoral College vote held at the Capitol on January 6, 2021. Former Vice President Mike Pence is challenging a subpoena issued by the special counsel in February. Special counsels have broad subpoena power, and it's unclear what information the special counsel is seeking in the subpoena. Smith is also investigating allegations that Trump mishandled national defense information at his residence at Mar-a-Lago. Trump's handling of documents drew scrutiny after the discovery in August 2022 of White House material, some marked top secret, in its home office. Federal prosecutors said in an August court filing that documents were likely concealed and removed from Mar-a-Lago as part of an effort to obstruct the FBI's investigation. Trump has criticized Smith on his social media site, Truth Social, calling Smith a radical. Trump has not been charged and has denied wrongdoing in connection with each of the investigations.